Ronda Rousey believes her upcoming fight against Gina Carano on Netflix will pull better numbers than the UFC on Paramount. Ronda said she did reach out to Dana to try to get the fight booked through the UFC, however it just didn't work out. Ronda posted this on X. She wrote, "This rivalry has so many layers. Netflix isn't playing around. Bet you we beat Paramount Plus's UFC numbers." At UFC Houston Media Day yesterday, Sean Strickland gave his opinions on Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano.
Oh, me, dude. Ronda and Gina. Whoever thought about that, man? They're going to be half naked? I guess I will be half naked. Might be make it a little better. I don't know. Do you guys care about Gina and Ronda? No? No, you nobody gives a Maybe you put some oil on it, you know? Do some dollar bills. People might give a But really, like, not many people give a about women's MMA in general, you know? It's like the WNBA. Everyone's like, oh, like, no one gives a about women's sports. You take the weakest, softest motherfucker here, and you guys would beat up Amanda Nunes. Like, the fat guy in the Hawaiian shirt, no offense, dude, I like you, but, like, you up Amanda Nunes any day of the week. We got to remember what women excel at. Having kids, being mothers, making food, cleaning the house. Problem is, we've empowered them too much to ruin society.
Anthony Hernandez wants to break Sean Strickland at UFC Houston this weekend. The two have a bit of bad blood going into the fight. Strickland recently posted an AI-generated Instagram photo dressed as an ICE agent, with Hernandez wearing traditional Mexican attire. Hernandez responded calling the photo f***ed up and said he plans to make Strickland pay for it inside the octagon.
I think he's good, you know what I mean? He's good everywhere. He's got good f***ing defense. But I really don't give a f***. I mean, like I said, I'm going to walk every single motherfucker down and beat the f*** out of them. Take them down, slam them on their f***ing head. I'm going to make them hate their f***ing life. And that's just who I am, and I enjoy it, you know what I mean? So that's the game plan. I don't know, man. I don't really compare myself to other people, you know what I mean? I see what works and what doesn't, and it's like most guys take back steps, and like I'm all forward and trying to f*** you up. So I think that I have that going for me, and then I got a chin. If I have to trust it, I'll trust it. You know what I mean? But I'm like very well rounded, so I believe in all my skill set, and no matter where the fight goes, I believe I will win. I feel like my style is like always you. I'm gonna try to break you and like finish you. So I think that'll make a statement within itself. So I just got to go out there and be myself. I really don't know. You know what I mean? It's like a kind of get in there and fill it out type of situation. But I know what my game plan is, and it's the same as always: is break you and make your life hell, smother you, and make you not want to be there. So what people see, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they see a violent motherfucker that understands the game very well, you know what I mean? But, I mean, people like to see blood and chaos, so I'm ready to give it. I don't know, man. It's like usually the same feeling as always. I'm happy, but I'm not where I want to be, so I'm not satisfied. That's usually how it's been, and until I get the belt, I don't think I'll get rid of that feeling. And even then, I probably still will have that feeling because I want to clear out the division, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Quick pause before we keep going. If you're watching Full Mount MMA, you're already locked into MMA news. But if you're betting on fights and still guessing, you don't need to. Homa Fight Picks is doing the work most people won't. Hours of tape study, match breakdowns, and line shopping for every single card. The Homa Fight Picks Discord went up over 130 units in 2025 alone, with a 3-year proven track record of profits. This isn't parlays for clicks, it's disciplined betting. They're letting Full Mount viewers check out the Discord for free this weekend. Just use the link in the bio to join the best betting Discord in combat sports for free. If you're already watching MMA every week, you might as well be betting it the smart way. Alright, back to the news. Magomed Ankalaev is interested in moving up to the heavyweight division, but says he wants to settle things with Alex Pereira first. Ankalaev just recently lost the light heavyweight title to Alex this past October. He went on to say, "I want to fight for the belt, of course." They said it would be in May, but the opponent is still unknown. I don't know whether Alex is refusing or not, but for now, there's no news from him yet. Yes, I would move up to the heavyweight division. First, I want to settle this matter with Pereira. It doesn't matter if it's for the belt or just a fight. The rematch between Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira goes down at UFC 326 next month for the BMF title. Oliveira says he's willing to stand and bang with Max if he points down during any time of the fight. He went on to say, "If he calls me at the beginning of the round, in the middle of the round, it doesn't matter, I'll be there. Like I said, that's why I break people mentally. I don't run from a fight, I seek it out. I'm hunting the whole time. It makes no difference to me." Alex Pereira currently weighs 242.5 pounds.
Chegou a hora da verdade. Bora ver, né? 110. Não, acho que é camiseta, pô. Peraí. Caralho, 110. Então chama.
Carlos Prates is waiting for his next opponent to sign the contract. We don't know who this was directed at, but he posted this on Instagram today. He wrote, "I was told the offer is on your hands. The fans are waiting. I'm waiting. Are we doing this or just playing around? Let's give them the fight of the year. Sign this contract, man." Kamaru Usman makes the case for why he deserves to challenge Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title next. However, earlier this week it was reported that the UFC is targeting Islam versus Ian Gary.
What that just means?
What does it mean?
We get Kamaru Usman versus Islam
Makhachev,
and we're probably breaking the news now.
We're not breaking any news. Don't listen to this guy. I don't think that's the case. Listen, there's no secret to what I want. I've already said that, Henry. And I believe that's what should happen. I think I've proven that I can still hang with these guys. I can beat these guys. I proved that. For some reason, that fight should have been made right away, but for some reason, it's still not being made. Because if you look at it, Buckley, I consider Buckley probably one of the most dangerous guys in the division. Like before I fought Buckley was what, on a 6-fight win streak and finished, I think 4 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row. He was vicious, a very dangerous and powerful guy. And after that, it's like everyone's forgetting that Buckley was that dangerous.
Yeah.
You're forgetting what Buckley just did to Wonderboy. You're forgetting what Buckley just did to Covington.
Bug nasty.
And so now, and then seeing that, and Buckley also is, campaigning. He wants to fight. He wants to get back in there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they're treating him like,
at 170 pounds, because you're right.
Chael Sonnen explains why he doesn't think Jon Jones or Conor McGregor should be on the White House card. Chael thinks if either of them fight on the card, they probably won't fight again. On his YouTube channel, Chael said, "You're going to have more eyeballs on this than we've ever had in the history of the UFC. So if you're on the second floor of the UFC, it is not just to deliver to your fan base, it's to expose these new fans and make them fans. And do as close as you can to get them to hardcore as you can. And what you can't do is to expose them to something that you can't show them again. I don't know if you're going to get Conor McGregor to make another walk. I don't know. Gun-to-head type scenario, no. You're never going to see Conor again. But even if you can get Conor to do another walk, you're not going to get him to make another 2. Last week, Josh Thomson fell for a fake MMA news story. He believed reports that the UFC requested Tom Aspinall to vacate his title, and that Aspinall agreed, but only if the promotion released him from his contract so he could pursue boxing. That ended up being obvious fake news. Daniel Cormier reacted to the situation on his YouTube channel and called Josh stupid.
Now we find out, according to Josh Thomson. Bro, did you see Josh Thomson? Josh Thomson be saying some
I did his
dumb
podcast,
shit, man.
right? That's your buddy. I did his podcast.
That's my buddy, man, but he's so stupid, man.
What did he say?
Dude,
I did not see this.
Bro, let me put this dude Josh, man. Josh gonna go up on. See, here's the problem. You know what? So Josh always talks to me about moving to Texas. Oh man, it's so nice in Texas. Problem with moving to Texas is you start believing in stuff that just is not true, man. People, they really buy in.
I like conspiracy theories, Daniel, but then they all came true, so they're not that way anymore.
Josh goes, UFC asked Tom Aspinall to vacate the title until he's ready to go. He said he'd be willing to vacate the title as long as they released him. It's not true. It's just not true. Where did Josh Thomson hear that?
Dominick Cruz discusses how a fight between him and Merab Dvalishvili would go if he was in his prime. Dom thinks his style is built to beat the way Merab fights.
Prime you versus Merab, how does that fight go?
I always liked that fight when I'm still a fan and stuff, and since I'm not fighting, it's like weird. I don't want to sound like I'm talking trash or nothing, but when I wanted to fight his style, like I was trying to make that matchup coming up the ladder before I retired, because I believe I match up really good with Merab, his style. He's stuffed the takedowns, and everything about my style is built to beat the way he fights. It's stuff to take down, hit angles, hit combinations, use cardio as a weapon, and just out slick, out maneuver, and out smooth somebody. Like that's what I like to do,
That that would have been a fight for the ages. You know,
Because
obviously.
he fights a lot like the Alpha Males crew, you know?
So in yesterday's video, we showed the footage of influencer boxer Deen the Great getting dropped by an elbow from former UFC fighter Tiki Ghosn. Dana White reshared the footage to his Instagram story, and Deen wasn't happy about it.
But no, I do want to take the time to apologize on my end, you know, but at the end of the day, I feel like he ain't had to put his hands on me, bro. So Tilly, what's his name?
Tiki.
Name Tiki?
Tiki.
That sound like a stripper name. All right, so Tiki, look, I heard you boys with Dana White. So look, me and Tiki, we can either catch the fade, or if Dana White, this goof he posted on his story, Dana White got a problem. Dana White, bring one of your fighters and come fade me, then I got one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm an influencer. I'm like, oh, you deserve it. All right. Bring one of your lightweights. Most of them got no name, no way. Bring them to boxing, and let me take the to school.
Sean Strickland reacts to Tiki Ghosn dropping Deen the Great yesterday. 2 years ago, Sean posted a 4-minute video on his social media accusing Tiki of preying on young girls, and Tiki allegedly threatened to sue him for defamation.
I reach out to the father of the girl. The girl is married, great life, has kids, and I say, hey, I will pursue this and I will go to court and I will crowdfund this whole thing, but I need to know if you're okay with it, if your daughter's okay with it, because if you aren't, I'm not going to say one damn word. I'm going to let it die. So he gets back to me, he called his daughter, and his daughter, I guess, was pretty emotional about the whole thing, and she said that we 100% support you, and, you know, he said there are levels to it that she couldn't even talk about because it was that traumatizing to her. What I say to you is, if you want to sue me for slander, defamation, I am not slandering you. I am not making this up. This is what was told to me by the girl's father. If you want to sue me, I will crowdfund this and we will go to court and I will fight you.
Today, Sean posted this on X. He wrote a file sucker punching someone. Not even a little surprised. And here's what Sean had to say about it at Media Day.
And like there's that viral clip with like Tiki that like goes and like, you know, he knocks out the streamer, which was a sucker punch, by the way. Like everyone's like, oh man, it's really dope that you did that. Like, was it dope? Like you had a cup and you sucker punched a guy in the face. What would be dope to say, all right, man, you want to fight? Make the circle. Like that's what a man does, dude. Like what a woman beating like that's what he does. He just looks away like oh yeah, you serious? You serious? Boom, sucker punch. Like what? That's kind of being a little to me. If you're gonna fight a man, you say you give him the option.
Wild allegations are circulating about Dan Hooker today. A woman claiming to be his former girlfriend says she was in a years-long relationship with Dan while he was married and alleges that his wife was aware of it. She accused Dan of being abusive during their relationship and claims she ended things after discovering he cheated on her with a man.
What a lot of people are not understanding here is that, yes, he is married. And when I met him, I was working in the booty club. He was just like a client, like at the time. This was like 2023. And he took me out the club, Captain Saber, right? Loves that. He loves a OF girl. He loves a ripper. He loves Captain Save. So yeah, he started paying for my life completely and utterly, had all his cards on my Apple Pay, paid for my rent in 2 different countries, like everything. I tried to leave this man so many times, but he'd always get me back with something shiny and new. Every time he cheated on me, he'd buy me a new bag. So yes, he played up a lot, to the point where I had a wish list on my phone that was shared with him on iCloud. So every time he'd do something, he had to buy something off the wish list every time he cheated on me, right? And I kind of started looking on his phone every time, like trying to find a new problem so I could get a new bag, right? Until I found out that it was a man. When I seen the man, everything changed because like, no. And then I got abused from that. But we're not going to get into that. But yes, he was married. Is married. And me and her get along fine. Like, it's fine. It's like a lot of people, you don't really know this, but pretty much there's a lot of guys that if they have money and status, they'll be married and then they'll have like their girlfriend. Honestly, he's a handful. Like if I would hate to date him without him being married, because 24/7, no. And also I want to mention there was a girl before me. He dated a girl for 3 years before me and played the up on her too, and a girl before that, and now there's another girl after. Like it's like he is a piece of I took what I could out of the situation, but cheating on me with a man, kidnapping me.
This woman also shared photos of a phone she claims belongs to Dan, showing alleged messages between him and another man, as well as screenshots suggesting that he used Reddit to connect with men in his area. In addition, she posted multiple photos of her and Dan together, and screenshots of them FaceTiming. She added a caption to this photo saying, "Anyways, I'm hot and healing. I hope one day he can live his truth and stop abusing women physically, financially, and mentally." She ended it off with this photo and wrote, "If anything happens to harm me in any way, it was him. So yeah, if I end up in a suitcase somewhere, y'all know who did it." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Deen the Great getting dropped by Tiki Ghosn. The first one's from Doom Studios. It says Deen went 0-2 in 24 hours. The second one's from Millie Time. It says if you're getting hit by different people 2 days in a row, then you are the problem. And the final one's from Adeptus Santos. It says that elbow was justified. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.